Alright, surprise motherfuckers, it's me. Alright, so I normally come on these open mic nights. They just kind of allowed me to do this. They threw me in here, so I have new stuff that I've never done. And it's going to be all about drugs. I hope we're excited about that. This is all going to be about weed, and we wouldn't be here if we weren't involved in weed. We have better lives. But we're here. And so we don't my wife and I, we don't smoke like we used to when we were younger. Because I'm not a person who can get out and do things after I smoke or drink, really. Some people have productive lives. I smoke and that's my day. What did you do today? Oh, I smoked. Oh, yes, what'd you do? No, that was it. I stayed home high, and that was my job today. Now I like to use weed as an appetizer for things. Obviously, you smoke a little bit before sex. That makes it a little better, right?
Yeah.
Well, everyone else has bad sex, I guess. Or you smoke just a little bit before you go eat, and it makes your food more delicious. And the best place to go is Hispanic food. You go get some Mexican food. Yeah. You have that little Mexican dish, and you take that hit, and then it's a Spanish cuisine right after that. And wouldn't it be nice, like, if they brought it with your bread and your chips, like at Olive Garden or any of your Mexican restaurants? Like, would you like more chips and salsa and a hit of mint? I certainly would. Thank you. Bring it to the table. We would always go to this one restaurant, and every time we would go, it's always in your head that you think everybody knows you're high, but we know they know you were high. They know. We would, and every little question they would ask is like they're drilling you to test how high you are. We would sit down, hey, can I get a quesadilla, no rice, no beans? No rice, no beans? Yeah. You sure no rice, no beans? Yeah. So no rice, no beans. Fuck, man, I guess maybe. Maybe I do need rice and beans now. We just don't go in public. I remember one time, there's props back here. I mean, was this a Mexican restaurant before the deal? There's a quinceañera before this. Quinceañera translates into day I get pregnant, by the way. Oh, boo. We went grocery shopping one day, my wife and I. And if you've ever gone grocery shopping high, you know it only costs a little more money and you end up with a lot more Oreos. We're going, and the worst thing that can happen to you is not that somebody knows you're high, but that somebody you know sees you out in public that shouldn't see you. My wife used to teach ballet to kids, and that means they have rich white parents. And if you see them in the grocery store, you know, I wouldn't think it's a big deal, but apparently to her, you can't be spotted in this predicament. And so I'm shopping my normal shopping, and then from around the corner, hold on, we're gonna use this. Yeah. My wife comes out, we've got to go now! Like, what's happening? I'm abandoning the cart. I'm like, yeah, let's get out of here. What the fuck is going on? And she's like, there's a mom over there, and she can't see me like this. I'm like, well, don't come around the corner screaming like a banshee. You've now made it known, you whispering maniac. I'm just shopping the dinner out. You yelled at me. Now we have to print it. They know now at that point. Went to a concert one time. Way too high. I need my drink for this. Hold on. Throw it at me. Yeah, when you come from the audience, you go back into it. We went to a concert. First time I ever got hotboxed in the car. Who's been hotboxed? Yeah, exactly. Too far along the way, right? And if you've never done it, you're not prepared to do a concert. We go indoors, and I can't even control my face because it's so high. I feel like one of those characters in Get Out. I'm like, hey! Hi, guys! Oh! This is a concert! I'm crying, my face is not. Went to a party one time, watched a YouTube video that was on a loop. Didn't know it was a loop. It was a 10-hour loop. I'm sitting there watching it. Like, wow, this chorus comes on a lot. My friend's like, yeah, that's a pretty good loop. I'm like, that's the loop. I gotta go away from this. I was so high I could see the Wi-Fi in the house. Yes. You sit on the couch with your friends and you just kind of forget that you exist for a little while. You try to ask them a question, but then you're not sure you asked it, so you're just like looking at them until they look back at you and smile. Am I alive? Then I realized because of that, there's not really an afterlife or ghosts. Because I realized that I'm answering questions in my head that no one's asked me, so apparently I'm just on the other side of a Ouija board. That's why it takes so long when you're trying to do it. It's just a hi guy responding. What's my grandma's name? Jay? Jean? I don't know. Somebody's right somewhere along the way. Who remembers the first time they got too high? Yeah. First time this goes all the way back. We're talking high school years. First time I ever bought weed, I got caught. My very first time. And to avoid being grounded for my entire life, I had to make a deal where that as long as I lived with them or I was in high school, I wouldn't smoke weed. And I agreed. I would not smoke weed. So a year later, we bought edibles. I'm a man of my word. And so we get edibles, and if you are young and you don't know how they work, you just think it's like weed. You eat it and you get high real quick. That's not how they work. You eat them and you wait an hour and a half, and then enjoy that experience. But I'm impatient. Ate one, waited about 30 minutes, nothing. Ate another one, 30 minutes, nothing. And then one of my friends was like, I bet you if you can't smoke, maybe you can shotgun that. Does that count? I was like, well, I'm not smoking it. And then my brain exploded. I was outside of time and space. There's some things you don't realize too when you get that high. You hallucinate. And there's interpersonal relationships. Like, you don't realize how you change your communication based on who you're dealing with. You switch your tone. Because subconsciously you're always thinking of everything you've been through with that person while you speak to them. But you don't think about it when you're sober, but when you're high, you do. Like, are you okay? And you're like, I remember in kindergarten when you asked it. You've been through a lot since then. Yeah, I'm fine. And so while thinking of all those heavy things, I was like, I have to get away from this. So I went to the bathroom and closed the door. And then I was like, I guess I'm in here now. I couldn't see myself in the mirror. I don't know if you've ever been that high. Well, I looked at the door and I was like, I can't leave because I'm just in my own dimension now. Your brain also compartmentalizes what you're doing, so when you're in the bathroom and the door's closed, that's your existence. I had time to contemplate life, figure it out. Left the bathroom after probably 2 days. And everyone they're looking at me funny, like, hey guys, how long was I in there? And they're like, oh man. About 2 minutes. Oh shit. Who here goes on spring break? Yeah. We're a little past it. This is more like senior trip time, right? Yeah. I've got a quick story about senior trip before I leave. We were down at the beach, me and my buddies. He finds this chick who comes to our door late at night and he's like, hey, you want to go to the beach with me and take a walk? I think that would be cool. He says, yeah, he's already hammered. We go down to take a long walk on the beach. Come back, he sneaks in there and he's like, hey guys, that girl, she just said she wants to sleep with me on the beach as her fantasy. She wants to make love in the sand, under the stars and the moon. We're like, dude, that's awesome. He's like, and I just need some condoms. We're like, that's good that you're safe. We'll get you one. He's like, but first we're gonna take several shots. Yeah, let's do that. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shots. He throws up, passes out in the bed. This girl is left on a beach after asking him to fulfill a fantasy with her. And he never comes back. Maybe she was just getting over a breakup. Maybe she needed this in her life to recover. He doesn't come back. She waits 1 hour, 2 hours, her phone dies. The romantic music ends. The sun begins to come out. She waits still. The tide comes in and it sweeps her away. And that's where mermaids come from. I'm Jarrod, thanks for letting me